Hey there folks, and welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we're going to take a look at the 300i and the 325A. But before we get started, just a little bit of housekeeping. For those of you who are interested in my Star Citizen System Talk videos, I'm going to try to get them out once a week every Wednesday, just to let you guys know. And also I have something special planned for a new series about Star Citizen. But that'll come at a later date. Anyhow, let's get to it. So, you've probably seen my review of the 315P, and I figured I'd get around to doing the other two 300 series. Unfortunately, I can't get a hold of a 350R, but here we have a 300i. It's the base standard model. It doesn't have much. It has your standard shields, your standard reactor, and your standard engine. And it has two Class 1 mounting points on the wings, a Class 2 mounting point on the nose right here, but there's nothing there, and it also has two Class 3 mounting points on the wings. One thing to note is that the Class 2 mounting points, they gimbal. In other words, they move around and they can target track a little bit. They're not quite like the turret on top of the Hornet, but they do track a little bit. Yeah, so that's something to take note of. And here we are inside of the 300 series. It's nice and roomy. Oh, let me go into third person. You can, well, kind of roomy. He's hunched over, but oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could move your character, well, in this view. Anyhow, one thing to keep in mind is that there will be a bed right here. It's just there's no animation for it at the moment, but there will be a bed that pops out in both the 300 and the 325. In fact, in all of the 300 series, there's a bed in this little area. And we have some nice leather JPEGs slapped onto the wall, as well as a monitor. This craft can carry 8 tons of cargo. I'm not entirely sure where the cargo goes, but it can carry 8 tons of cargo. I know that the Aurora, you slap it on underneath in a box. In the Avenger, there's a actual cargo hold, but here there doesn't seem to be any location for you to carry the cargo. Anyhow, this is the cockpit, just like the 315. It's pretty standard, and you have W and S for your pitch, A and D for your roll, and Q and E for your yaw, and that's the foot pedals down there. You got a star map straight in front of you, as well as a little heads-up display, couple of monitors for other things, but I'm fairly certain these are all placeholder textures at the moment. Fancy little animation for getting out of his chair. And the wings are cool little gull wings. Yeah, there's even an insignia on the door. You can kind of see it. No step. I always step on wings. They can't stop me. And up here, I don't know if that's a docking ring or what it is. What does it say? It says rescue. So this is a ring, or a docking ring of some sort. It's like a rescue thing. An emergency escape, probably. The color scheme on it is fairly simple. Just white and gray and a little bit of black. And on the nose, you can see there are thrusters. There should be 12 of these thrusters throughout the entire ship. And it's fairly basic. I wonder if you're going to be able to... I wonder if the cargo is going to be like on a box underneath, or what? Maybe there's going to be a crane that loads it up. But I can't imagine that you'd carry 8 tons of cargo up a ladder and put it there. but I don't know, we'll find out in the final version of this. I'm not sure if this is the final model for the 300, because if I'm not mistaken, the only model that is completed and is ready for release is the Hornet. So we might see some changes to the 300 series ships. So here we have the much more luxurious and much more heavily armed 325A. This has a special electronics package that it deals with your weapon systems. So perhaps it's better targeting or better energy efficiency or something. But this does have an electronics package on it. And inside it's pretty similar. I honestly can't see any differences. And yeah, you're gonna still have your bed there. And looks like I'm hitting an invisible wall or something. Interesting. Anyhow, good visibility out of this. And both doors open just like in the other one. And on this craft you have all of your weapons mounts are full with some sort of weapon. So you have your Class 1 wingtip mounts are full, your Class 2 articulated mount is full, and then you have your Class 3 heat-seeking missiles are full. There are 2 missiles per package, so you have 4 missiles to fire before you have to go and reload. The color scheme is a lot nicer too. It's got some grays, some blacks, and some red. It has a more powerful power plant than the 300 series. Not necessarily more powerful than the 315P, but it is different than the 315P, but then again they are ships designed for different things. One thing to take note of as well is that this has a much better shield than the 300 series, or the 300i and the 315P. But it is kind of meant to be a fighter craft, so you could expect that. And the main competitor to the 300 series is the Avenger, which I have. I think I've showed it to you before, but I'll just wander on over to show you its main competition. In fact, if you pledge on the RSI website, this is $50 or $55, and this is $60. So these are probably very comparable ships. These two. The other one over there is a bit more expensive, but this one has, just like the 300 series, it has the wingtip mounts that are Class 1, but it also has a Class 1 articulated mount in the nose. And it can seat 2 passengers, or it can seat 1 pilot, a passenger, and it has a big cargo bay. But there are Class 3 mounts that you can put on, but right now there's just fuel tanks. So that's going to be it for this little review. So just look out on my channel for these system reviews. They'll be coming in pretty soon, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.